Welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey, Saturdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, broadcasting live from Detroit and stretching to the heart of Central Texas, here on WCHB 1200 and 99.9 FM with co-host Longhorn. Straight sports talk, no professionals here. Live call-in number 313-568-1200. And now, here's your host that never gets it right but is never wrong, Will Sims.
Jim Swartz made his first return to Ford Field on Sunday since the Detroit Lions fired him last year after 5 seasons as head coach. Based on what happened after the game, it seems as though the Bills were happy to get their defensive coordinator a victory against his former team. After the 17-14 victory over Detroit, Bills players carried Schwartz off the field on their shoulders.
All right, welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey. Sitting up here October the 11th, 2014. Live call-in number 313-568-1200. Sitting up in here with DC, Beasley, and the Longhorn. Longhorn, you there?
What's up, Detroit prime time? Let us get it going.
All right. All right, that's Longhorn.
Texas.
All the way from Central Texas. All right,
Texas.
Here we go. There's the topics, what we got going on. It's a sucker-free Saturday. Lions suck, Tigers suck, and Michigan suck. Take your choice of which one you want.
Since you want to talk about it, just pick one.
It don't matter. It don't matter. But before I get started here, let me say congratulations. Can you hear me, L. Beasley?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I can't hear you. Yeah, hold on.
Cut the mic on.
But check this out. Call in because dig this. We got 3 Subway cars to give away. If you would like to have a Subway sandwich on Detroit Sports Jersey, feel free to call in. We got 3 cars, $10 cars we're giving away today.
Oh, man. Can I get a Subway?
How about say, right, can I get a Subway card?
You can get nothing. You can get nothing.
I like the 12-inch on-wheat roasted chicken.
All right, let's go to line 1. We got Pops on line 1 coming straight out the gate.
Texas.
Hey, what's going on, man? How y'all doing today?
What's going on, Pops?
All the way from Texas. What's up?
OU, my wife, she's from Oklahoma. I'm from Texas. And I'm watching OU run all over Texas right now, man.
All right, Pops, let's quit beating around the bush. What happened last week with all them Texans fans at Dallas Stadium? What's up with that?
Hey, we welcome everybody.
No, Pops, don't give me that you welcome everybody. Seem like y'all welcome too many people.
Hey, they came down there to see the Texans take that L. But we let them all come, man. We got to pay for that thing.
This is true. But didn't I tell you y'all player was DeMarco? Didn't I tell you the player to watch out for Dallas was DeMarco Murray? I told you that boy bad. Keep the ball in his hands.
Man, he's a different kind of runner, man. I just hope he can stay healthy. If he can stay healthy, man, we can keep it going.
Oh, no doubt, Pops. But yeah, man, I just want to know what was happening down there.
Get out the way.
Upset, man. When I look up there and I see all the different colors, man, and they represent the blue and the silver, man, I get upset. Man, that's an American team. So they come from everywhere to just see the Cowboys play. Regardless of what they're wearing, they come to see America's team, man.
No, they're not America's team. Sorry.
They not?
No, they're not.
It depends on what part of America you're in, I guess.
I mean, I'm in America, but they're not America's team.
We're close to the border down here in Texas, so everybody coming across.
But I'm going to tell you, it's all about the mighty dollar. When it comes to Jerry Jones, man, we're going to open the gate for everybody.
Okay, Pops, they got to travel. Okay, Pops, they got to travel to Seattle. Give me your pick. Who you taking?
Hey, let's just y'all always tell me don't dwell on the past, but man, I sure just want to talk about the past. Do something fierce, man.
Listen here, the past don't even talk about the past.
I'm going with Dallas I think we can pull it off 3 points. Pull it off by 3 points. Well, I'm going with Dallas. I'm gonna stay true. But I love what they're doing in Seattle. I've already said that once before, but I think we can get them. I think we can do it. It's going to be a test for us. Either we're going to step it up or we're going to, stay where we are. And I don't want no mediocre. Man, I don't want no mediocre.
Hey, one more thing, Pop, since you're talking about living in the past, right? How do you feel about Tony Romo talking about Jason Whitman is the best Dallas Cowboy player to ever play?
Oh, no, I don't know. No.
Come on, Pop, don't get quiet now.
You know all the talent that went through there?
Exactly.
We had some very talented fools. We had Michael Irvin. He was a fool. He had Hollywood. You had some very talented people go through there. So he got Deion Sanders. I mean, statistically, that's his guy, and I understand that. He's supposed to say that. But Whitten didn't bail him out hundreds of times, so he's supposed to say that.
I agree.
It's like Kevin Johnson bailed out old Stafford hundreds of times. Same thing, same principle.
Yeah, that's his guy. He better say that.
Okay.
He won't really keep catching them balls. He throw all over the place. He better say that.
All right, Pops, we appreciate you calling in. I just wanted to get that off my chest.
Man, enjoy talking with y'all. I look forward to hearing more on the show.
All right, you have a good one now.
All right, Pop.
All right. Before we move on, let me say congratulations. Saw it this morning. L. Beasley on the shop talk.
Oh yeah, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, talking about them headphones and who's that rapper you was talking about? The rapper that got in trouble.
Oh, Soulja Boy?
Soulja Boy, yeah.
Soulja Boy, he still out there?
Yeah, he's still out there.
Yeah, he's still out there.
Man.
He making.
I don't hear him down there in Texas.
He making beats. That's all he doing. He producing, making beats.
All right, let's jump into it. What happened to the Lions?
Let me tell you
suck.
what happened to the Lions.
They suck.
You know what? I'm telling you. Without Calvin Johnson, I don't know. The Lions' offense, like you say, it sucks Saturday. The Lions got the number one ranking defense. But just think about it. Without Kevin Johnson, and he's questionable now, right, because of the injury. Mm-hmm. Am I correct on that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But just think about it. The Lions' offense averaged less than 20 points a game. You got Johnson, 22 receptions, 348 yards, 2 touchdowns. The guy, he's a touchdown machine. But I don't think that defense can just keep pulling them up out of the depths of the quicksand that they keep running into. That's just my 2 cents. So, and then you talking about Horton come through, and you can't stop Horton? Seriously? The guy that Will said he never heard of? You can't stop a guy like that.
I told you he was going to be relevant Sunday, didn't he?
Did he? Yeah, he was relevant.
Yeah.
They even picking up the coach, put him on his shoulders as if they done won the universe of the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? That's a revenge win right there. That's a revenge win.
I fell out laughing when they picked Schwartz up and took him off. That was funny to me. I don't care what nobody said.
That was funny to me. I was like, where? Okay. Yep. Schwartz won, Lions nothing.
Yeah, Beasley, your opinion on the game?
I'm not ready to say anything about they suck. And as far as Calvin goes, I think him not being in the game obviously is huge. But, this offense has not succeeded at the level we expected to with Calvin there. Calvin's just a bigger and better target that the Lions can count on. In this case, the Stafford can count on. But this just goes back down to execution, something they've had a problem with all season long. They had it in preseason. Yep. Calvin just makes it a little bit worse. But I'm not going to put it all on Matthew. Looking back at the film, in the press box, that's one thing I love about being in the box. I get a view of that whole field anyway. So, receivers were not getting separation, which was part of the big problem. I'm talking about Ryan Broyles. I'm talking about Corey Fuller. None of these guys I saw had separation, and Matthew did the intelligent thing, which is not forcing it. He basically either threw it away or he tried to create something himself with his feet. But this just goes back to offensive execution and then a lack of execution in the field goal game. As many times as we're able to get downfield, we got to be able to count on those 3 points. Even though it's still small and minimal, you make those 3 field goals, you win that game. Now, is it the way we want them to win that game? No, absolutely not. But if you make those field goals, we win that game, and nobody is saying anything.
That's true.
Oh yeah, that kicker. Wow.
What happened? Jason Hansen called him, was like, "Y'all would like to come try out." Lions was like, "Nah, we don't want you to get hurt." Like, what's up with that? It's like, really?
That's history, my man. They don't need him. They ain't that hard up, I'm quite sure. For real.
Still though, man, you gonna tell them no to try out?
If they make it to the playoffs, they're gonna need a kicker. They gonna need a kicker for that, because games gonna go down to the wire. perhaps even overtime. So they're going to have to go out and, get a kicker. How you miss 3 field goals? Come on now. What's your average going to be throughout the season? 3 field goals?
If he'd have made one, they'd have won the game. But you missed all. I said if he'd have made at least 1 out of the 3, they still would have won the game.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about. And then the offense can't step up, so I don't know what's going on with those Lions up there in Detroit.
Speaking of Calvin, will he be here next year, L. Beasley, due to the contract situation?
I think so. I think he'll be here. He's happy here. Calvin.
You think he's gonna give him a pay cut? Take a hometown discount? You talking about $26 million? Is it they talking about 20?
They could, but that's not gonna be no easy sell on Calvin's part for him. Now I think Calvin is the guy who's willing to make a sacrifice as long as you're taking away the money for a good cause.
I think he has him over the barrel because without Calvin, Stafford is nothing.
Yeah,
can we agree on that?
Yeah, I agree.
What, the Stafford is nothing?
Without Calvin?
I'm not ready to
Beasley alive today.
I'm not ready to say that. I told you that. It's too early to say that because, like I said, it's not just him. He's not the only. It's not his fault that he gets sacked 6 times. Some of that is him because he's holding the ball too long. But a lot of that is the offensive line not stepping up. Like I said, he can't help it when receivers aren't open. It's one thing to say, a little crease is open. You got to learn how to fit it in there. It's one thing to say a guy is completely covered and he's being smart and not throwing it like he used to in the past. And that's why I said I can't fully say it because this offense is not together yet the way that they need to be.
So basically, you're saying
she don't know.
Stafford sucks.
No, I'm saying it's too early and it's not all on him.
What about the running game? When are they gonna get that going?
When the offensive line steps up.
They need an offensive line. They need to beef up the offensive line.
But they had a decent line last year.
Talk with those guys, huh?
It was decent. It wasn't as bad as it was this year.
I think you're just seeing some collapses, and I think some of that has to do with, guys coming in and getting injured. I think it really hurt us when we lost guys like Waddle early on, even though that, Waddle's back. To get him back mid-form, what I'm saying? I don't think he's 100% me personally. I think he's just eager to get back on the field, and I think they were eager to have him back on the field. And I think people are, again, kind of the same way the Lions approach a game. We're going to force you to beat us through the air. And they're approaching that. And that's what I would do. With guys like Drake Bell and Reggie Bush, are they 250-yard carriers? No, but I think they're 100-yard carrier guys, individually. But I think teams are basically saying, show us that you can beat us through the air. Because like I said, even with Calvin there, they still haven't done that on a consistent basis. Let's be real. That's why I'm not comfortable just saying, without Calvin. Obviously, Calvin not being there has a huge impact because it's Calvin Johnson. But even when Calvin's there, that offense still struggles. If you go look at the stats, they still struggle to get in the red zone. They still struggle to score once they get in the red zone. That hasn't changed anything. It's just a little bit worse when Calvin's not there. And that's kind of where my problem is coming in. And that's why I think the running game is struggling. Because teams are saying, you got to make us fear the pass. You make us fear the pass, maybe we'll start focusing on that a little bit more. But right now, they're like, we take away the run. All we have to do now is you have to show us Stafford. You have to show us Calvin, Ryan Broyles, Corey Fuller, Eric Ebron, Brandon Pettigrew. Show us that y'all can beat us through the air because right now we're doing it with basic DBs, not necessarily great DBs.
It's like Luther, with that curl, just not there. You know what I'm saying? Almost got to turn that corner.
How you go from Matthew Stafford to Luther? Come on,
listen, they traveling to Minnesota where they done lost 19 of the last 21. AP ain't playing. Got the new rookie quarterback. Do you see him winning?
Minnesota or the Lions?
Lions.
Oh yeah, I can see him winning, but it's not gonna be another easy game. Like I said, you can't. Teddy Bridgewater, as we know, is a very capable quarterback. I anticipate that he will have a successful NFL career. And even though Adrian Peterson is not there, that running game is still something that you have to look out for. You still have to come in there and make that team one-dimensional and force them to either beat you through the run or beat you through the pass. So it's not gonna be
AP. We know why AP. What's up with that guy? On the way to court, he's been messing around with the funny cigarettes.
I don't know, man. Football, I don't know what's wrong with him. To each his own out here, I guess. I'm tired of bringing that up. Them boys going to keep messing up. That's on them. I'm not here to criticize them, take sides. It is what it is. They grown men. They know better. Just like there's a high school up in New Jersey, Sayreville, New Jersey. They're a superintendent of that school because of hazing, bullying, and things of that nature, intimidation. He counseled a whole
football season. You know, they were the last 4 years they were state champions 3 of the years. But he sent in a message. You know, he said he's gonna send a message to the schools, to the state, and the nation. You know, all those shenanigans is not gonna be tolerated. So I think once people start realizing that football and playing athletics is not the key to say, hey, I'm untouchable, I can do what I want to do, you can't do nothing to me, I'm bringing you championships, until the world until the nation starts realizing, hey, you're not the be-all and the end-all of sports, then these cats, even in the pros, college, whatever, they're going to take notice and say, hey, maybe we need to tighten up our shot group on our moral compass.
Hey, preaching.
I hear you. I hear you, my man. I hear you on all that. But when it comes to the bottom line, sports is different from back in your day. It's all about the almighty dollar.
Back in my day, hey, I wasn't playing back there with the leather helmets and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Back in my day, So I'm just saying, sports, it's all about the mighty dollars. It's all about attendance, ratings. It's all about who's going to make it to the next trophy level. I understand all that. But sooner or later, somebody has to draw the line in the sand, like my boy President Obama, and say, hey, this is enough. Classic example. Look at Strong down here with the Longhorns. Hey, he's cutting them off at the knees with no shenanigans and no flim-flam. You do wrong, you off the team, starter or not. You can be a 4-year starter. You off the team, So I think that's what needs to take place throughout the nation as far as high school level, pee-wee, power football, on or up.
All right, there it is, y'all. Longhorn done put it down. He's preaching today, y'all. Everybody start passing the plates.
Well.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to jump off into some Michigan State. They got some big games coming up tonight. Today, Michigan State starts at 3:30. So listen up. We're going to listen up on how you can get $300 for your high school senior.
Listen up, parents and all high school seniors. Detroit Sports Jersey is giving away a $300 scholarship. And all you have to do is write an essay explaining why you should win. Send your 1,000-word essay to info@DetroitSportsJersey.com. Essays will be accepted from October 1st, 2014 through April 1st, 2015. Apply for the Detroit Sports Jersey Scholarship today. Winners will be announced Saturday, April 18th, 2015. Good luck, high school seniors.
All right, welcome back to Detroit Sports Jersey. Like I said, if you want to get some Subway sandwiches on Detroit Sports Jersey, call in 313-568-1200. All right, Longhorn, DC, and Beasley. Let's jump over here to the Michigan State. Tonight, Michigan and playing at the Big House against Penn State.
Yes, sir.
Penn State 4-1, 1-1 in the conference. Go ahead, DC. Who you got?
I'm going to go ahead and pick Michigan just because it's at home at night. So I'm going to go with Michigan. Because they on the downhill, this is the game that's going to bring it back up. So I got Michigan.
You got Michigan winning at home tonight Michigan because they're playing in the Big House?
Yeah, it's at night. So
okay, Longhorn?
I'd say I'm going with Penn.
You going with Penn State?
That's right.
Okay, check this out. They have games against Michigan State, Indiana, Northwestern, Maryland, and Ohio State. How many of them games y'all see them winning?
2, maybe 3.
Oh, man, that's all right there.
2, maybe 3.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to get you out the way, DC. What 3 you see them winning out of this?
I say that tonight's one, Indiana, probably Maryland.
What you think, L. Beasley? How many games you see them winning out of the Michigan out of the rest of the schedule?
Maybe 2 more.
Who you say?
Maybe Indiana.
And what, Maryland?
Possibly Maryland. Because I don't see them beating Ohio State.
Or Michigan State.
Or Michigan.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they definitely not beating Michigan.
No.
Nah, not a nah.
I see them not winning no more games the rest of this year.
Whoa.
Really?
Whoa. Is that your fuzzy numbers talking?
Fuzzy numbers.
I mean, you just gonna go out on a limb and say they're not gonna win no more games?
None.
I mean, you got to give them some credit, man.
None.
I ain't gonna say that. I mean, as a Michigan fan, I ain't gonna say they're not gonna win more games. I'm gonna say about 2
They
or 3.
lost against Cass Tech last week, and you expect me to give them a victory?
What you mean?
I mean, they played their hardest.
When they played Cass Tech last week?
No, it was Rutgers.
No, if it was Cass Tech, that score would have been worse.
That was Rutgers last week.
I'm just saying. It would have been worse.
What game were you watching?
I'm about to say, what game was you watching? I mean, they played.
What game was they playing?
I mean, they
Rutgers?
Rutgers. I mean, they played their hardest. Like, forget the fact they should have won, but you know what I'm saying. I think they gonna win by maybe 2-3 games this year, the rest of the season.
So you telling me teams that's already established that they done played, and this team they never played that they lost Rutgers, they gonna end up with 2 or 3 more victories?
Yeah.
I don't see it. I'm sorry.
I mean, I can't just I can't just give up on them like that. I'm just gonna say 2 or 3 games.
Like I said, maybe.
So you saying they gonna lose against
Northwestern and
I'm saying they losing against everybody.
They might win against Northwestern, Indiana.
Maryland?
Yes.
Yeah.
Northwestern,
Maryland.
Indiana might be their only 2. Possibly.
Well, I see Ohio State. I can see that one, and I see Indiana. But Northwestern and Maryland?
What about Michigan State? You see them beat Michigan State?
No. Okay, that's not on loss. So I'll say
That's a miniature pro defense team right there at Michigan State. They have nothing coming with that one. Nothing.
oh, man. All right.
So you just gonna go out of the league? Go out and say not 1 game?
Not one.
I don't know about that.
I'm not stuttering. Hello?
I hope they prove. I hope they prove you wrong. I hope they prove you
What
wrong.
games do you be watching?
I be watching it.
I don't think so, DC.
I do.
I'm
I
calling
watch it.
shenanigans. I'm calling shenanigans.
I'm gonna go on a limb. Say 2 or 3 more games they gonna win.
Hey, DC, throw the red flag. So we have to go back to the video when they at least win 1 game out of the ones that left. So, you know.
No, what
Don't come
DC
back,
need to
we
do
were
is
talking
stop
about they
watching
got
with his
lucky.
heart.
No, I ain't watching with my heart.
So you actually saying they got enough talent on that team?
I mean, you know.
Well, you know what? Let me take that back. They probably have the talent. The coach sucks. Can we agree on that? Can I get an amen? I mean, can a brother get an amen?
Amen. I mean, we already agreed on that. I mean, that's nothing new, though. I mean, we had that sermon since the season started. So
that was the big thing right there, because he coached his team to win win some more games than he did last year.
If you want to amen.
Was you covering L. Beasley? Was you covering Michigan when Rich Rod was there?
Yeah.
Now he said that they were sabotaging the
They were.
because they wanted, like, what is it, Les Miles, I guess? And I guess since they couldn't get Les Miles, that they decided to sabotage the program. So,
I mean, no, that's a very true statement. Nobody really wanted Rich Rod there because you know how we talked about this last week. You know, Michigan is stuck on that Michigan man mentality, and to a certain extent, I like the Michigan man mentality because that person needs to know, about the great tradition and the fact that we did have great success for many years. So I agree with that side of it. But they never wanted Rich Rod there, and basically they never gave him the, basically what they're giving Hope. Like we said, you gave him plenty of money to go out here and get Greg Madison, Doug Nessmeyer. You allowed him to go recruit in different ways that you never allowed Rich Rodriguez. If he had support and backing from the boosters the way they supported Hoke in the beginning, there's no telling what this team could have been. I still have my questions as far as what his system would have worked in the Big Ten because it's so different from the power game. But at the same time, he never got the adequate chance that he deserved here in Michigan. And I obviously agree that they tried to sabotage him. And that was never fair to him. And he's, obviously moved on to Arizona and had good success.
still having it 5-0, beat Oregon last week. I bet he up there laugh and just rolling.
So was
around.
everybody else who told
And when he come out, you know how
successful.
they run out on the field. He just rolling out there laughing. I would love to see Arizona and Michigan play each other. Wow.
You may.
Yeah, you might.
I would love to see that go down.
Especially if you get a new head coach in there. You never know. I mean, depending on the coach, they'll set that up purposely.
That'll be the
Just for fun,
revenge
just for
game,
some- just for a fun game.
The Lions and old Bills, huh? It's a revenge game.
Okay. Well, let's go around and do our picks. L. Beasley, who you got with Michigan and Penn State?
Penn State.
DC, Michigan, Longhorn,
Penn State. Better mark it down in history.
That's who I'm going with. Penn State also.
So hold on, Will. You saying Penn State? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're gonna lose against Penn State in the next 5 games. So they're gonna only win.
They're gonna go 0-6. Yes, I'm saying they're going 0-6.
They only win 2 games this season.
That's what I'm telling you.
Golly.
That's what I'm saying.
All righty. Well, 3 of them are away games. So that's at Michigan State, Northwestern, and Ohio State. So yeah, I know they're gonna be down. All right.
Yeah, Beasley, you got Michigan State and Purdue.
Michigan State. They understand what position they're in. I think the biggest thing with them is not just winning, but annihilating teams. Because at this point, that's what you got.
Annihilation.
You have to. You can't go. I mean, the way you kind of want close games in a sense. Because some people said, well, shouldn't the Nebraska game really have been a close game last week? And it was kind of like in a way because it may make the Big Ten look stronger. But if Nebraska continues to struggle the rest of the season, then that looks like a win that you should have blown out a team. So I think for them, they have to prove, you know what, we know our conference is not necessarily the best in a lot of eyes right now, but look at us annihilating this talent, put us up against a great team in the playoffs. If you give us that chance, and we'll make it worth everybody's while. So I think it's very key that they not only win against Purdue and other teams, we to y'all, but look at what we're doing. We're not playing down to our opponent's level. We're going out here and we're beating that butt. I want to say another word, but I can't.
Okay.
I can't say it on air. So, I don't have
Do you think they're going to give Michigan State a fair chance to play for the national championship with
it's
that
gonna
one
be,
loss?
It's going to be hard.
It's going
to be hard. I think they want to give them one. And like I said, the only team at this point who I expected to possibly go undefeated was Florida State. And not because they're that great. It's just because of the conference that they're in. I'm not sure if anybody's going to be able to step up enough or play for 4 quarters well to actually beat them. But yeah, I think they'll give them a chance. But it's just going to be so hard.
You think they're going to hold a conference because the conference is weak?
I think they're going to hurt them there because it's just like that conference is so weak. And that's why I keep saying it's kind of that fine line between annihilating them and at the same time having good close games. Because let's say Michigan and them had a great game.
Mm-hmm.
As fans, we would love it because we're like, okay, great. We thought this was going to be a blowout. This is a great game. But what does it say about State that you couldn't blow out Michigan when other teams like Rutgers and et cetera have done it? So it's that tough fine line the Michigan State Spartans have to have. I think they're going to give them a chance, but like I said, they cannot fail any longer, and I think they know that. But like I said, at the same time, it's still going to be hard even if they blow out every team by 20 points because they're going to look at Alabama and they're going to look at these other teams in the SEC and the Big 12 and say, well, they had better
But they won't take in consideration that Michigan State won the Rose Bowl last year. And
I think they will take that in consideration.
You know
I think that's the thing that's still
I can't have
keeping
because they sorry behind me. I have nothing to do with that. We went in what's in front of us.
Absolutely. But, this is the same committee, though, that has been very, inconsistent with the bowl games, though. And I'm just going back with previous history. Like I said, I'm hoping that they give them a fair chance because I think they're very deserving. Even in the Oregon loss, that was a great game. They gave Oregon all they could. Just in the end, they fell short. I don't take that loss away from them. Of course, like I said, on the point spread, it looks different. But any committee member who saw that game know that Michigan State, that was a heck of a game by them.
I agree.
That was a heck of a performance. It's just late in the end, they fell apart, and Oregon just basically didn't leave any room for any comfort, and they just basically took it out of reach. But at the same time, that was a great game, and like I said, they have been annihilating Big Ten talent, and that's what the main thing to me that's important is showing we're not playing down to our opponent's level because we see so much of that in conferences now. Teams will play down to their opponent's level because they suck, and then that's what causes committee members to be like, well, you may be a great team, but you barely beat Nebraska or you barely beat Rutgers. It's kind of like if you go in this situation, you can show, hey, I'm blowing these teams out. We're better than them. Put us up against some great talent. We can do it.
But see, if they're going to judge it on that Nebraska game, let's keep it real. That defense shut Nebraska down. I mean, you talking about the running back that was coming in there averaging 170-something yards a game.
Absolutely. And they're watching
and he only had, 40-something?
Yep, they're watching that.
Yeah.
And like you said, I do honestly think they're going to take it in the Rose Bowl because let's be honest, if Michigan State doesn't have that other loss, they could very well have been in the national championship game themselves. Yeah. So I think they take all that in consideration. It's just important, again, to find that fine line between now and when they make their decision on the 4 teams that are going to go. But I think they're going to give them a chance just because they're making a heck of an argument that you cannot deny.
If they don't, I'm calling shenanigans on it for real. They deserve it.
I said it before. Somebody, that 5th team is going to get left out.
Well, you can't. Everybody can't be happy. Okay, let's you pick.
I mean, but
16 to 17.
That's what I'm saying. How many? You only got one undefeated team in the league now. So I mean, everybody else has either 1 or 2 losses. So I mean, that's what like LBG said. You got to go with the conference. But
not only that, you got to go with the bottom line. Who's gonna bring in the revenue and the TV watch? The TV viewership for the first college playoffs. So they're gonna take that into consideration too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree, because that's
and you got to put the four best teams against each other. So it's not we get this 1 versus 3. I mean 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3. I mean they got to balance it out. You can't have a 1 team versus a sorry 4 team. They got to do that. So it's gonna be kind of hard for them to do that.
Like I said, I think they should give them a shot, especially if they win the rest of their game. Now, if they lose and stumble in one of these games, okay, you out. But if but if you finish the rest of your season undefeated, and with the defense that they have, with the winning the Rose Bowl, I'm sorry. And I'm not no big Michigan. I do love they game, they defense. I do. I'm not gonna lie, but like I said, they deserve the chance.
Sure,
if they
I agree.
What if
they
lose against Maryland on November 18th? Then they should be in consideration.
No, I mean they lose. Like we said, they lose another game.
They lose another game. The
Oregon game was, like we said, was exceptional in the sense because it's a Pac-12 team, and on top of that, Oregon's one of the top teams in college football for the last 5 to 6 years. So it made a little bit more sense that they'll give you a little leeway on that. You lose in the Big Ten at all when this conference is considered to be one of the bottom 5 now. They're not going to condone it. It doesn't matter who it is, whether it's Ohio State, it does not matter. You cannot lose another Big Ten game.
And you know what? Piggyback on that Oregon game, that was an outstanding first half by Michigan.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But the second half,
they just ran
out of gas.
It was a wrap from the kickoff. I told you when they went on that 4th and goal and made the touchdown and went right for 2. It was a wrap.
The commentator, Dream Killer, he will always pick you up when you're down. Continue, Dream Killer, with your speech.
I'm just letting you know it was a wrap.
He's telling you once you get dressed in the locker room, you basically have no chance. So why are you coming out?
46-27. Wrap that up.
Speaking of wrapping up, let's wrap it up. All right, LB, let me get your final thoughts before we get up out of here.
Final thoughts, man. Just blessed, man. From Rob Parker to the new morning show now on Hot 107.5, which I'm blessed to be the new producer of, man. I'm just very fortunate, man. Just out here grinding and working.
Give us the inside scoop. What happened to Ricky?
There is no inside scoop. I mean, really, there isn't.
What happened to Pretty Ricky?
There's no inside scoop at all. Just making a change. Similar to how you guys saw with Kiss, with Mason and Coco, just making that same. We're trying to bring that live and local feel back to radio, which is something that definitely in Detroit is missed. I mean, syndication is all fun and good, but at the same time, we need people from Detroit talking about the D and bringing awareness to the D, like Mason and Coco are doing on 105.9 Kiss, and that's what the Morning Heat is going to be doing on Hot 107.5. So, like I said, blessed to be a part of it as a producer of the show. And
they keep you busy, don't they?
They keep me busy, man. Every time I think I got it figured out, it's something new, which I don't complain. I mean, I'd rather it be something new than nothing at all. So,
tell them where they can find you every Saturday mornings.
Every Saturday morning,
on
man.
TV.
I'm gonna say here on TV because I mean technically, I'm gonna say I want to tell them they can find me here and they can find me on WADL channel 38, Rob Parker Shop Talk. 11:30 a.m.
And if you want to follow,
oh Lord, here we go. Do I need to say the site?
Yeah, go ahead and say the site.
Do I need to say the site?
Say the site, LBZ.
Because I don't know. Last time you told people still be texting me talking about Lauren. I don't know what address Will said, but I cannot find the site. So I'll let you say the promo part, and then I'll just interject the site in there.
Check this out. If you want to follow a great producer and a great writer, great host, you can follow L. Beasley at
WCHB NewsDetroit.com.
All right. Let's go on over here. Give your final thoughts. This guy right here, Mr. DC, go ahead. You bringing back the Afro Puffs?
No, man, I'm about to get it done, so that's all good. But I mean, we here, man. Hopefully we can get on for another hour. But shout out to LBZ for the Morning Heat.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so we out.
And I agree with that, that other 30 minutes.
Oh, you agree with that?
I agree with that.
We need that extra hour.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually, you know what, I'm going to, I'm working on that. But anyway, Monday. Anyway, but Longhorn.
What's up? Shout out to Texas. Shout out to all the Texas fans, the Longhorns, the Baylors, the OUs who whooped up on Texas. And congratulations, L. Beasley. And like you said, hey, we're all blessed. Enjoy being on the show.
And don't forget to go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Longhorn.
Real quickly, don't forget to go on and get that scholarship, $300. We got one person already put an entry in. Somebody, hey, the more the merrier. Everybody's not gonna get $300. I'm just saying. All right, that's it.
Go ahead, Will.
Thank you for joining us here at Detroit Sports Jersey every Saturday, 3 p.m. I'm your host, Will. DC, L. Beasley, the great producer, Longhorn down in Central Texas. And I guess nobody wasn't hungry today, so I'll give out these cards next week. Until next week, we outie.
Thank you, listeners from Detroit to Central Texas, for joining us here live on Detroit Sports Jersey with your host, Will Sims, and co-host Longhorn, every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on WCHB 1200 AM and 99.9 FM. Visit us at DetroitSportsJersey.com. Straight sports talk. No professionals here. Have a great weekend.